Just a few notes before we begin.
Caulk only on a dry day. Ensure that the target joints are completely dry before caulking, especially if the previous day has been rainy or snowy.
Remove any dust, oil, or water from the target joints with a brush or cloth. If dust, oil, or water remain on the target joints, the caulking compound may fail to adhere and then peel off.
Note that an optimal caulk joint space is approximately 3/8 inch wide and 3/16 inch deep. The vertical joiner bar provides this fill joint. Larger joints must be filled with a suitable backup material or else the joint will crack and peel.
This looks pretty good, Paul. I guess all you have to do now is the caulking. You got anything special to tell us about that?
Actually, there are a few tips that I'm going to give you on that, Greg. Let me just go grab all the stuff I need.
You know, the engineering on this is terrific. Let me give you an example. The siding is going to expand and contract in the sun. We want the siding to be free-floating, and therefore the caulk must stick only to the siding and not to the bar underneath. This joiner bar has a factory-applied bond breaker tape, so as the caulk won't stick to it. This gives you a much longer life in the caulk and it won't crack or break.
Okay, now I've got everything. Let's go over the steps on how we're going to install. Here's one of those tips I was talking about. What we're going to do is we're going to take painter's tape and we're going to tape down both sides of our joint. We want to go fairly close to the edge. This is going to help keep our siding clean and help us also not to damage the panels.
Most installers will find it useful to mask off the panels before applying primer to the panel edge to avoid drips and runs on the face of the siding.
You want to keep it as close to the edge as possible so that you don't get any excess caulking on the siding. The other thing we're going to do, since we're at the bottom row and we have our sill flashing here, is I'm going to put a piece of tape on the bottom just in case when I clean the caulking on afterwards. If any gets on there, the tape will make it really easy to peel off.
Apply 2 coats of caulking primer evenly to the end of the siding panels. Allow primer to set for 30 minutes before caulking. Joint must be caulked within 6 hours or panelin must be re-primed. If caulking primer is not applied, the caulking compound may fail to adhere and then peel off.
And now we're ready to install the caulking. I've already pre-cut our tip. Basically, you just want to cut it to about the same size that you're going to have your joint as. What you want to do is you want to hold it just up into it, and then we'll start at the top. And you want to squeeze enough in so that you fill the whole gap. You don't want it to just be on the surface, you want it to make it all the way back to the joiner bar.
Take care to leave no air bubbles or gaps.
We're going to smooth the caulking out now with this. We're going to start at the top once again, and we're just going to slowly make our way down the panel. And then we'll just continue down over our last section here. Now how you end down at the bottom is going to be very critical on how it looks. You don't want to make a mess, and you want to be able to keep your line straight across the bottom as well. And now our last and final step is to peel the tape off. When peeling the tape off, you want to make sure that you do it in one slow, steady motion. If you pull on it too fast, you're going to peel the caulking away from the joint, and it sort of will end up giving you a line when it's all said and done. As you go down, you just want to make sure that you keep just pulling straight away from the panel. Don't ever let it come back towards it.
Well, when they say color matching, they really mean it.
Yeah, Greg, I'm actually very happy with the way that this product finishes up.
You'll notice that these joint seams are very deep. Shallow caulking will break and crack up in 1 to 2 years. With this method, they'll last a very long time.
If for some reason you're going to be painting the building after caulking, wait for the caulk to cure completely before painting.